The Switch's marketing campaign was the first time Nintendo have marketed their products towards an older audience. Previous campaigns, such as their marketing for the Wii U, having aimed their ads at adolescent children and their families. The Switch's media campaign began in 2016. As is clear from this chart from Statista.com, at this time the largest bracket of people playing video games were between the ages of 21 and 35. This could be the reason for Nintendo to market the Switch towards a significantly older audience than their earlier campaigns, showing the console being used by independent young adults instead of children. The aim of the Switch's marketing campaign is to demonstrate what the product is capable of. We see in the first look at the Switch video from E3 the examples shown here of the console's various uses, among a few others. Through doing this, the campaign also promotes healthier lifestyles, demonstrating some of the Switch's features which allow the console to be used out and about. With one clip showing a man playing on his Switch while walking his dog at the park, and another showing a woman taking her Switch to a social gathering and allowing one of her friends to engage in the gameplay with her. One of the most significant platforms used by the Switch's marketing campaign was the Electronic Entertainment Expo, also known as E3. According to their website, E3 is the world's premier event for video games and related products. E3 is normally used by companies who create games to market an upcoming game or video game related products to a large audience. Another platform the campaign used was the Super Bowl, which is the annual championship game of the National League of American Football. The Super Bowl takes place in a large stadium featuring a massive screen on which companies can broadcast advertisements for their products at certain times during the experience. Nintendo released a Super Bowl commercial for the Switch, which was shown during 2017's event. A different video from the one shown at E3, although there were many parallels in the content. This was a good move on Nintendo's part, as the Super Bowl event is incredibly popular in America, meaning that their commercial would have reached a large audience. The Switch's marketing campaign made sure that it got straight to the point, only giving people the information that they would need about the product and kept everything simple and easy to digest. For example, the E3 commercial was only 4 minutes long, but regardless was able to show each of the Switch's main functions clearly and what they could be used for. Cohesiveness in a media campaign is how different parts of the campaign work together to achieve the desired result, which in this case is to sell a product. One of the most impactful ways that the Switch's campaign accomplished this is through the short clip that plays at the beginning of every video put out by Nintendo that relates to the Switch. A clip displaying the product's logo with the iconic clicking noise that has come to be associated with the product. This has worked wonders for the Switch's brand image, as the iconic clip makes it easy for Nintendo to communicate quickly to an audience that what they are about to see is in relation to the product. Another way in which Nintendo has utilized cohesiveness in this campaign to promote the Switch is through making subtle references to the product in their games. One of the best examples of this comes from the games Pokémon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, titles released the same year as the Switch's announcement at E3. The games begin with the player in their bedroom, in which there is a Nintendo Switch set up by the TV, which if interacted with brings up the text, "It's a game console you can even take outside and play." This is a subtle detail but could have been crucial in convincing people to make the transition to the new console, as this game was on a different Nintendo product, the 3DS. Effective timing can be an essential part of ensuring the success of a marketing campaign, and it's something the Switch used in multiple different ways. The Switch was released to the public during March of 2017, 5 months after its announcement in October of 2016. Companies will often announce a product a reasonable duration of time before they release it, as this allows fans to build up excitement and anticipation, or hype as it's more commonly known. Another way the Switch's marketing campaign used timing to boost its success was through announcing and releasing some of its most significant titles at a similar time to the Switch. Examples of this are titles such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey, two titles that generated a large amount of hype and could be purchased either on the Switch's release or not long after.